Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. To help keep this podcast free for you, we're partnering with Stoke Seeds. The 2017 Gardening Guide catalogs are hitting mailboxes everywhere. Request your catalog today online at stokeseeds.com or view virtual catalogs online. This fully secure site makes it easy to order your free catalog or your seeds or gardening accessories. More than just a listing of vegetable and flower seeds, Stoke Seeds' website is a complete resource center with valuable information on starting seeds, planting, and harvesting, plus all the gardening accessories you need to make your garden the envy of the neighborhood. Get growing with Stokes. We'll have more from Stoke Seeds in the next few weeks. Right now, today's question. Boy, Gary, this is one of those weekends we're all sort of dodging the weather. We're looking for maybe some ice accumulation around the parts of the state. Is that something that I know there's really nothing we can do about it, but the aftermath, what should we look for?
Yeah, and for the most part, most plants do fine with it. Just leave them alone. The worst thing to do once they're coated in ice is to go out there and start, pruning or moving the plant. So in terms of, I have like a winterberry holly right in front of my front door, and it gets covered in ice sometimes. Just leave it be, and it's been fine. The real danger is on the trees, I think, and what it probably will do will show up any weak trees. So sometimes with the ice storm, you'll have some tree branches come down, and you actually hear them. You can hear them cracking, and it's the weight of the ice. But a healthy, strong tree typically will be fine. But it obviously depending on how much ice we get. But what it may do is thin out any branches that were already either broken or loose, and so that's something to be very careful of. Kind of steer clear until the ice is thawed and you hear that any cracking of the branches and falling, and then wait a few days to be safe and just be very cautious. On the larger trees, certainly consult with your local arborist and be careful. But there'll be some debris cleanup maybe afterwards. Get those branches off the lawn and anything that's come down. But as you said, there's not much we can do about it. But inspect afterwards. Be careful, and then just kind of clean up any debris and things. But most plants, the weather is something that affects a lot of plants, but, nature, it all sort of evens out in the end. A particularly harsh winter, people worry about their bulbs. But, all my 30 years in horticulture, the bulbs have always come up. I think there's only one year maybe they didn't bloom. And so things sort of work themselves out, and but certainly if you get a heavy ice accumulation in terms of you get down trees, you get power lines down sometimes, so something to keep an eye on and be very cautious.
If you have a tree with a broken branch, would you have any trepidations about after the ice is gone pruning it this time of year, or would you wait till later?
No, and hopefully last week Chris even talked about this winter pruning of trees is fine, other than the access to the tree, the frozen lawn, the ice or snow on the lawn, but the pruning of the tree itself is no problem at all. This is a good time, actually. If you, it's on my to-do list. Actually, it's a good time to start thinking about tree pruning.
I'm not going out in this weather.
No, thinking about it is what I said.
Thinking about it, that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks again for listening to the podcast. Remember, your 2017 Gardening Guide catalogs are available now. If you want one delivered to your home, go to stokeseeds.com. For the best selection of vegetable, flower, and herb seeds available, go to stokeseeds.com. Cultivating successful growers for generations.